This is me. I'm an artist. A lot of people would assume that I'm a painter. Generally, people's mental picture of artists in their 30s is about 100 years behind reality. But I'm not a painter. I'm a video artist. I make low-budget videos that are shown in museums and art galleries. I have made 29 videos, but have not sold a single one. I have, on the other hand, sold 2 other works of art, this piano and this medicine cabinet. The piano was bought by my local municipal authority for 25,000 kroner, which is about 2,500 euros. Since the gallery was run by artists on a not-for-profit basis, they only took 40% commission. The medicine cabinet was commissioned by the Chamber of Commerce. They said I could make whatever I wanted, but that their budget was just 10,000 kroner. About half of that went on materials. If I hadn't filled the bottles with Gammeldansk schnapps, I could have saved a further 400 kroner. Even though I have never sold a video, I have occasionally been paid when my videos have been shown. One video in Canada, $350. 5 films at the Henåsand County Museum, 2,500 kroner. 5 films on North German local TV, 100 euros. I have also occasionally been known to pay money myself to get my videos shown. That is what happened when one of my films was shown at the Gothenburg Film Festival. This HD cam copy cost me 3,100 krona to produce. Sometimes I break even. Last year I was invited to an exhibition in Kassel. I put on a mammoth installation with animated films inside oversized suitcases. The organizer paid for the transport, my travel, and the cost of an assistant who helped me put up the display. I also received 300 euros from the embassy, which exactly covered my food and tram tickets in Kassel. Any surplus to pay for rent, home insurance or maintenance support did not come into the equation. There are calculation models you can use to help put a price on a product. They generally take account of things such as production quotas, wasted materials, desired number of days holiday, etc. I tried to apply such a model once. I had produced this 12-page brochure that was part of an installation at a gallery in Malmö. According to the pricing model, each copy of the brochure should have cost 1,374 kroner. I immediately reduced the price to 100 kroner, which I felt was already a bit steep for a flimsy, badly printed paper product. It should have been free. The only people who bought the brochure were my parents. As an artist, you are expected to raise your prices throughout your career. So it is just sensible to keep prices low early in your career. You can't reduce your price level at a later date. If the large paintings cost 90,000 when shown at last year's exhibition, they cannot be priced at 75,000 this year. It can happen that artists experience a decline in popularity, making it difficult for them to maintain the price levels they attained in the past. What is often done then is to change materials or format. A painter may start to draw. A sculptor may move from bronze to papier-mâché. A person who has worked on a large scale may produce small things instead. These are ways of camouflaging the lower price. Artists who want to earn their living solely from sales have to sell art for 1.5 million kroner a year, which is about 150,000 euros. This is artist A. For the sake of simplicity, we shall assume that A is not a video artist, but a painter. Let us assume that A is content with the average salary in Sweden. The average salary in Sweden is 27,880 kroner per month, or 334,560 per annum. It's true that, on average, artists only earn 130,000 per year. But let us assume that, like myself and many others, A has spent 7 years at art school and accumulated study debts amounting to over 500,000. Then a few extra thousand kroner are quite welcome. So artist A would like to have an income that corresponds to an annual salary of 334,000 kroner. Since A is self-employed, he pays his own social security contributions. 28.97% of 334,560 worked back equals 136,452. Now we're up to 471,000. In addition to that, A has incurred expenses to produce the works of art he has sold, production costs. These may include paint, canvases, paintbrushes, framing, transport, or solvents. Let us assume that production costs amount to 100,000. Excluding VAT, that comes to 80,000. Of course, an artist with this volume of production is not going to be sitting at home working in his kitchen. He's going to rent a studio. Rent for a studio probably amounts to 36,000 a year. Now we are suddenly up to 587,000. Then there is VAT on top of that. The rate of VAT on works of art that you have produced yourself is 12%. The tax authority's definition of what constitutes art doesn't necessarily correspond with that of the art world. Photography, for example, never qualifies as art according to the tax authorities, and therefore has a 25% rate of VAT applied to it. VAT on video art that doesn't involve surveillance cameras is 6%, provided that, primarily, what you are selling is the right to show the work, rather than simply the DVD or videotape on which the film is stored. If, on the other hand, you produce a larger edition to be sold for individual use at the checkout in supermarkets, then the rate of VAT is 25%. As noted, Artist A is a painter, and therefore adds 12% VAT. 12% of 587,012 is 70,441. However, he is refunded the VAT paid on the materials purchased to produce his works of art. On that basis, it is enough if he takes in 637,453 kroner. He is hardly likely to do that, taking part in open studios. He therefore needs the help of a gallery owner, an agent who puts artists and collectors in touch with each other, and who will take him along to art fairs in Switzerland or London. The gallery owner takes 50% commission, and therefore needs to sell A's paintings for 1,274,906 kroner. But that is not enough either. The gallery has to add 25% VAT for sales in Sweden. So art collectors would have to shell out 1,593,632 kroner in order for artist A to match the average monthly income of 27,880 before tax. If the artist in the example had been a video artist instead, the costs of production might have gone through the roof. Aerial photographs might be needed, taken from a helicopter. Actors might need to be engaged and kept happy. Stage design might be required, as well as music composed specifically for the video. On the other hand, the video artist has the opportunity to sell the same piece of art several times over. Although video is a medium that lends itself extremely well to mass distribution, most video artists opt to produce a limited edition. Maybe 3, 5, or 6 copies, plus 2 copies known as artist proofs for the artist himself. It is quite common to go for 6. You decide in advance how many copies are to be available for sale. You cannot change the size of the edition afterwards, should it turn out that the 6 copies sell out really quickly. On the other hand, you can sell your artist proofs. The Swedish video artist Annika Larsson has explained that it is easier to sell 5 copies for 100,000 krona each than to sell 4,000 copies at 125 krona per copy. I shall be getting 3,000 krona for this video. It has taken me a month to produce. Art sales are not what puts food on the table for me. Mostly, I make my living from a place on the Phase 3 program. Phase 3 is a work program for dogmatic diehards, eccentrics, immigrants, and others for whom there is no demand on the regular job market. I am required to be in a workplace for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. If you are in Phase 3 employment, you are not allowed to perform tasks related to culture in any form. Nor am I allowed to perform duties normally carried out by permanent employees. For that, I am paid 6,600 krona per month. The workplace that takes me on receives 225 krona per day when I am present, which means that they are not particularly inclined to tell tales if I don't turn up, or if I devote my time to video art despite the ban on culture. Incidentally, I have come up with a way for a video artist to earn more money. I make the music for my films myself. It's easy to make music. For this video, I just close my eyes and use my elbow to press the keyboard at random. I have joined STEAM, a copyright law association for composers of music. When any of my videos are shown at an institution that has an agreement with STEAM, I receive a little compensation. It usually amounts to between 200 and 250 krona per year.